Thank you. Welcome, and thank you for coming tonight. We're going to let the music speak for itself, but I'd like to say that this concert was conceived last year after an anti-Semitic event happened in Blacksburg. It is not intended to reflect a position on the current conflict in Gaza. Okay. On the way to the reception, to which you're all invited, we'd like to also invite you to visit our virtual art exhibit that features 19th century African American art, as well as art documenting the life of Frederick Douglass. And in addition, there's an exhibit of art that was produced in the Terezin concentration camp outside of Prague. Further, there's an exhibit documenting the history of the Christiansburg Institute from our area. So take a moment and look at those slides, and then come in and eat some sweet stuff after the concert.
As early as the fall of 1940, we established a quartet that sang well-known and popular songs. Our repertoire was not sophisticated, But in spite of that, as the days went by, the group of listeners became larger. Slowly but surely, it became accustomed to invite us to other barracks for secretly organized evening events. Our performances were often rewarded with treats, which was not a negligible form of compensation, since the treats came from other inmates' rations. Among the thousands of men who lived in our camp, there were all sorts of talents to be found. It wasn't long before other performers joined us in our evening events to gain a few moments of escape for themselves while providing a means for their comrades in misery to also escape. These performance events were unforgettable experiences. Favorite literary passages were often recited from memory, and of course, there was much singing. Needless to say, these events had an extraordinary psychological effect on all of us because they helped us overcome depression, and we were all well aware that depression, unattended to, brought inevitable death. Personally, I do not hesitate to say that I owe my life to those moments. I can honestly say that singing saved my life. On July 19th, 1943, 12 prisoners were hanged at the roll call square of our concentration camp. The camp commandant decided to conduct the execution of these prisoners as a deterrent. I was one of the eyewitnesses, one of those who stood the closest to what went on. They built the gallows in front of the camp kitchen where I worked at the time. It was constructed of wood and an iron crossbeam from which 12 halters were hung. It was a terrifying sight. The news of the imminent deaths spread throughout the camp. A detachment of SS soldiers gathered behind the kitchen, and up in the watchtowers, the number of guards had been doubled. Before the orchestra played its first march, the SS men surrounded the gallows. As the 30,000 prisoners stood at the roll call square in total silence, the procession of the 12 began. Surrounded by block leaders, they ascended the gallows barefoot, clothed only in denim. Their hands were tied with wire as they stepped up on their stools and, one by one, faced the motionless columns of prisoners whom they could now see through the ovals of their halters. Then they put the nooses around their necks. As the commandant began reading the sentencing decree aloud, a startling thing occurred. Without waiting for the reading to end, a youngster known throughout the camp as Kaminsky's brother kicked the stool on which he was standing with as much strength as he could gather and hanged himself. The commandant became silent for a moment, and then the SS soldiers, even though no command had been issued, ran up to the remaining 11 and pulled the stools from under them before they too could express one final act of resistance.
On September 1st, 1939, German forces invaded Poland. The Nazi regime had classified Poles as subhumans and had adopted a policy committed to the destruction and deportation of all Polish citizens. On the eve of the invasion, Hitler held a meeting with his high officials.
I have placed my death head formations in readiness, with orders to send to death, mercilessly and without compassion, men, women, and children of Polish derivation and language. Only thus shall we gain the living space that we need.
During the invasion, Hitler adopted special action squads that concentrated on eliminating any form of Polish resistance. In addition to his genocidal policy, which had targeted all of Poland's 3.3 million Jews, he required that any Polish citizen considered capable of emerging as a leader in resisting the German occupation of Poland also be eliminated. This group of condemned Poles became known as the Polish intelligentsia and was comprised largely of wealthy landowners, government officials, university professors, doctors, teachers, priests, and journalists.
Poles may only have one master. Two masters cannot exist side by side. And this is why all members of the Polish intelligentsia must be killed.
Tens of thousands of intelligentsia were murdered in mass executions or sent to prisons or concentration camps. Another Nazi policy aimed at weakening resistance efforts was that of separating family members from one another. Separation instilled fear and effectively demoralized Poles, weakening their resolve to resist. Between 1939 and 1945, at least 1.5 million Polish citizens were separated from their families and transported to the Reich to perform forced labor. Many were teenaged boys and girls.
It was 1942, and I was 18 years old. The Nazis had come to our home to take me away, but I was not there. When I returned home, my mother quickly dressed me as an old woman and took me to the country, where she hid me in the attic of a family I did not even know. 3 days later, my mother received an official letter from the mayor of our town. It stated that if I did not appear, my family would be evacuated from the town and shot. My mother came to where I was hiding and showed me the letter, begging me not to go, but I knew what I must do. There were 19 other teenage girls from my town on the military bus that took us to a nearby camp, where we were examined by German doctors. Once we were declared healthy, SS soldiers escorted us to a waiting train and crammed us into a cattle car. Then, with a clanging jolt, the train began to roll us away from all that we love dearly to our new destination, Germany.
Already rolling, puffing and blowing, already hearing the clatter taking her away. Eyes vast meet gazing, hands gesture waving, unspoken silent sorrow. Running still beside the train in fool's futility. Farewell, my love, remember me. Goodbye to eyes that once caressed me. Farewell to love that owned my heart. The dark has on us. Our fate is sealed. I must forget you. Farewell, my love.
In the camp, songs accompanied a person from birth until death. It was 1942, and I had just been assigned to work at the Women's Hospital in Brzezinka. I remember it well because 6 babies were born in the camp hospital on that day. Their story still burns bright in my memory. 6 women had come in on the transport from Lublin, and all 6 were in the late stages of their pregnancies. After the birth of their newborn, each mother tried to have her baby with her for at least a moment to feel how it is to be a mother and to bond with her baby at such a time of misery. Each woman believed that since she had been allowed to give birth, her child would be allowed to live. Because there were women of various nationalities at that block, each mother sang songs for her own child in her native tongue. Many times they sang sentimental lullabies, which perhaps they had sung to other children before. They sang their songs next to the cradle, just like all the women in the world. That was during the day. At night, I would return to my barracks. One morning, upon arriving at the hospital, I learned that the 6 babies had been needled. Needled was a term that was used to describe the fatal poisonous shots administered by long needles directly into the babies' hearts. The mothers also received the shots.
Close there the bride that now slumbers
The pump station served as a place of meetings for us. During these meetings, we could live it up culturally and intellectually in isolation from everyday life. It was a hiding place. On several occasions, we managed to arrange to have some alcohol there. Transports of Jews from Hungary began to arrive, and barrels of Tokay were transported on the same trains. Our fellow prisoners stored these barrels aside, officially stating that the barrels contained vinegar. One heroic colleague managed to smuggle himself into the storage house where the alleged vinegar was held. He and a small group of comrades, using a system of irrigation pipes linked by pieces of rubber and tape, managed to siphon the wine into vessels located more than 10 meters away in the pump station. One day, when we were all excited and under the influence of alcohol, which, by the way, did not take long to influence us, we gathered at the pump station, and the following lyrics were born. Something inside is happening again. We're beginning to feel like we're someone again. With a glass in one hand and a bottle in the other, our spirits rise up to the music of brothers. Let the flavor of wine spread around. Hey, there's no life like life in Auschwitz. War doesn't bother us, no, not in our cellar, where Tokay abounds as does trust for each other. Let the flavor of wine spread around. Hey, there's no life like life in Auschwitz.
I miss you, and I worry about you as I wait for your letters. May the tender words of our farewell moment soothe your pain, because when your hand caressed my temple, all sorrow and grief went away. May your pain, O Mother, be rewarded, and let the tears be kissed away from your eyes. I miss your caress and your sweet words so much that a bitter tear of yearning trembles in my eyes again. Oh, Mother, I would like so much to be a child again, like years before, and hide again in your arms. After you kissed me farewell on my forehead, I faced a horribly evil world far away from you. Day after day passes, and I only know one thing, that I must return, because I want to reward your pain, O Mother, and kiss the tears away from your eyes.
There'll be a brief intermission, about 10 minutes, and then we'll be back for some wonderful music. Thank you. Oh, wait, we've got another piece. Never mind, there's no intermission. We got another piece. Thank you. At least once per concert.
If I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a word or song, if I can show somebody he is traveling wrong, then my living shall not be in vain. If I can do my duty as a Christian heart, if I can bring back beauty to a world abroad, if I can spread love's message as the Master taught, then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. If I can friends, you do me too much honor. Music is my greatest joy. Since I came north, I've been astonished to hear that the singing of slaves is proof that they are happy and content. How wrong that is, how wrong. The songs of the slave are the sorrows of his heart. The sorrows of his heart. The songs of the slave are the sorrows of his heart. He is relieved by them as an aching heart is relieved by tears and aching heart is relieved by tears, by tears. The songs of the slave are the sorrows of the lion's den, and Jonah from the belly of the whale. Thank you, Lord. And the Hebrew children from the fiery furnace. Oh, why not every man? Why not every man? Why not? Didn't my Lord? Didn't my Lord? Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel? Yes, so thank you, Lord. Thank you, my Lord. Yes, my Lord, he delivered Daniel. Yes, so thank you, my Lord. Thank you, Lord. So if my Lord delivered Daniel, why not? Why not? Why not everyone? Now here's a verse, one more verse. Come along and sing it with me. You all know it's the gospel truth. The gospel truth. How John Brown set me free. That's the gospel truth. How John Brown set me free. Don't you know the man who delivered me and saved me from the devil's living hell? Thank you, John Brown. I named my baby little John Brown. So he named his baby little John Brown. Changed my name. Changed my name to Emmanuel. Changed my name. Changed my name to Daniel. John Brown delivered Daniel. Yes, so thank you, Lord. Thank you, John Brown. Yes, John Brown, he delivered Daniel. Yes, so thank you, John Brown. Thank you, John Brown. John Brown delivered Daniel. Yes, John Brown delivered Daniel. John Brown delivered Daniel. John Brown delivered Daniel. John Brown delivered Daniel. Why not? get me. Somebody else will. It is said that master will sell me. Then all my hopes will fade. If I thought I should never see you again, this earth would have no charms for me. The baby has started to grow. The other children know well. Oh, that blessed hour when I shall see you. When I shall see you once more. You must write me soon. Write me soon. And say when you can
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome this opportunity to speak to you in England. What is American slavery? Now most Americans do not want to hear this. They love peace more than justice. They condemn all talk of slavery. They cry, away with it, away with it. It excites the people. It excites the church, excites the Congress, excites the North, the South, the East, the West, excites everyone. Away with it, away with it. Those who want freedom without struggle want crops without plowing. They want the ocean without its mighty roar. There is no peace. There is no peace without justice. What is American slavery? In law, the slave is the same as a beast. He toils that another may live in idleness. If a slave mother shall teach a child to read, she may be hanged by the neck. The whip, the dungeon, the bloodhound are all employed. If slavery is right, then cruelty is right. For one cannot exist without the other. And what of the people up north? They say to the slaveholder, we despise slavery, abhor slavery, we hate slavery. But if your Negroes run away, we will gladly bring them back to you. After all, that's the law. But please understand, we hate slavery. For the people up north, they degrade us. Then ask why we are degraded. They close their schools against us. Then ask why we don't know tell him, and he still lives and clings to America. My friends, the destiny of the black American is the destiny of America. The chain that binds the slave, that chain is tied to the neck of his master. What do we ask of America? We only ask that it complete its own revolution. That revolution which declared to the world we hold these truths to be self-evident. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. That all
That's your mic.
When the clan came to Montana, they made no grand parade, no hooded knights on horseback, no boundaries very laid. Hate mail and bomb threats, midnight telephone calls, white power swastikas spray painted on the walls. 5-year-old Isaac woke screaming in the gloom. Mommy, there's a man at my window looking into my room. Son, there's nothing out there but shadows branches make. The little boy went back to sleep. His parents lay awake. For Isaac's bedroom window showed their faith for all to see. The candles of the menorah stood for hope and memory. The next night out of the darkness, a cinder block was hurled. It shattered Isaac's window and the boundaries of his world. One moment of conviction, one voice quiet and clear, one act of compassion. It all begins here. No safety now in silence. We've got to stand our ground. No hate, no violence, not in our town. The cop was not unfriendly. He said, "Man, if I were you, I'd take down that menorah, the Star of David too." Isaac's mother, Tammy, said, "I'm sure that's good advice. But how then could I ever look my children in the eye?" Then at their doorway, a little girl did stand, a gift for her schoolmate in her outstretched hand, a menorah drawn in crayon from a Gentile to a Jew. It read to Isaac from Rebecca, "I'm sorry this happened to you. Have you seen the paper? Did you hear the news? What kind of people are we? We thought we knew. Can children grind in prejudice, in peace together dwell? If we look through this shattered glass, do we see ourselves?" Margaret MacDonald called her pastor on the phone. This time the Jews will not face their foes alone. We'll make paper menorahs, display them from our homes. We'll show the bigots there are more of us than they have stones. Shopkeepers printed up menorahs by the score. Children in their Sunday schools cover dozens more. Though in the town of Billings lived not 100 Jews, menorahs now were everywhere on every avenue. Through the drifting snow, Tammy drove her children round. Menorahs by the thousands in the windows of the town. Are all these people Jewish? Asked Isaac as they went. No, his mother answered. They are your friends. One moment of conviction, one voice quiet and clear, one act of compassion. It all begins here. No safety now in silence. We've got to stand our ground. No hate, no violence. Not in our town. Not in our town. One act of compassion. It all begins here. No safety, no in silence. We've got to stand our ground. No peace, no violence. Not in our town. No hate, no violence. Not in our town. No hate, no violence. Not in our town. No violence. Not in our town. No violence. Not in our town.
Thank you.